I'm about to leave for a trip to Patagonia, so I'm packing up some new travel gear here, some new clothing from Crag Hoppers. This is one of my favorite brands. They're built for life, their items. This is made from recycled materials. This Lorton jacket is waterproof. These pants are waterproof too, so I'll be ready for whatever tourist El Paine throws at me in the
Tim Leffel here from Perceptive Travel and the Cheapest Destinations blog. I'm in Patagonia, wearing a little Patagonia, and I also brought this puffy nano jacket that folds down into a little pouch if you want. I came down here with a check bag, so I was able to throw in as much as I wanted. If you're bringing a carry-on, obviously you got to be more careful and maybe just take one of these things instead of both. If we're going to high altitude, I would pull out this one from Cool, which is warmer. It's a heavier down jacket. Waterproof and layers. You got to have waterproof clothing because even in the middle of the summer here, it can pour down rain. And I'm here in late October, and we got rained on almost every day at some point. It doesn't always last, but the rain's pretty frequent. And then when you start hiking up towards the towers of Torres del Paine, you might be hiking through the snow up there, so you really need to wrap up warm, and you need to have waterproof clothing. Pants from Crag Hoppers, and I had this waterproof coat or jacket, rain jacket from Crag Hoppers as well. This is the Lorton jacket, and it's got a good waterproof membrane. Their brand's called Aqua Dry. They say it's plant-based. Not sure how that works, but same kind of deal as Gore-Tex or Polartec or whatever. Columbia has their Omni Dry. They all do the same thing. It's a membrane between the inside and the outside that keeps the water off of you. And this worked extremely well. I definitely put it through its paces with the weather here. I usually carry something like this, like it's a buff thing that you can just wear over your head or as a scarf. It's an easier thing to pack than an actual scarf. I also have this dry bag for my camera. If you don't have anything big, then you probably don't need this, but I also had a waterproof little day pack from what's the company, Matador, and that worked pretty well, but I didn't want to take any chances with my camera, so I put that in here. And then if your phone's not waterproof, you might want to bring along one of these things too, because like I said, you're going to hit bad weather at some point. It's just a matter of when. And that's true on the Argentina side, it's true on the Chile side. And then it's all about the layers, you know, like ideally you've got a base layer that's merino wool, because you don't have to wash that real often, and it keeps you warm, and it's more temperature regulating. So this was from Cool. This was some off-brand I bought on Amazon. I can't even remember what the brand was, but same thing, you know, it's merino wool, keeps you warm. You're going to be taking layers, putting layers on, taking layers off all the time. It's just the way it is here, because the temperature can change, you know, in a heartbeat and get a lot colder or a lot warmer. You're going to need good hiking socks if you're doing any kind of hiking, and most people that come to Patagonia are doing some hiking. These are from Darn Tough, Vermont. They're my favorite brand, but I had a few others too, from Lorpin and Point 6, I can't remember, but definitely need good hiking socks. They're just as important as your shoes. So speaking of shoes, I had these waterproof hiking boots from Oboz. I've had these for many years. I've been hiking on 3 continents with them, and they're still holding up well. And man, we were walking through streams, walking through snow. My feet stayed dry the whole time. But I don't want to wear hiking boots around all the time, so I also brought these waterproof shoes that I just wore around town and on like just easy walks around where we were, but still waterproof. So, you know, my feet stayed dry, but they don't have the ankle support. I brought couple fleeces. This one's from Crag Hoppers. This can be a base layer or your second layer. It's from Patagonia. It's going to make it easier to pack, and it's going to make it easier for you to do adventure excursions if you've got some layers you can peel on and peel off. So ideally you've got something on the base, something over it, and then a coat or a rain jacket. I forgot gloves. So I bought these for like 10 or 11 bucks in a local store, and they worked fine. But maybe if you're here in the middle of their summer, you might not have to worry about it. But I would pack them in case, because it does get pretty cold sometimes, and the wind is wicked here, so it helps, you know, keep your fingers from going numb. You can rent gear here in Punta Arenas, where I am right now on the Chile side. I imagine you can in El Chalten town too in Argentina. I didn't look when I was there, but yeah, so if you forgot something or you just totally don't have room to pack it, then you can rent some gear to go on a hike. But if you do have the gear, then try to bring it. This is a time where it can be worth it to pay to check a bag if it's not included already, or it's not part of your credit card or whatever, because otherwise you are going to probably have to rent stuff if you're coming with just a carry-on, or you're going to have to pack super carefully or wear some extra things on the plane. I've probably forgotten a few things that I brought, but that's the main thing: waterproof and layering. Remember those two things, because the weather is going to change. And yes, some kind of hat for the sun and for your warmth.